What's good? What's good? What's good? Fight night, fight night, fight night. Good morning. I'm gonna wait till somebody shows up to the chat though. What's going on the money? Mr. Mileage, how you feeling today? Hope you're doing very, very well. Let me check this stream out. Yeah, that's where we want it. All right. Wait for y'all to come on in. We got 10 people in the building. Haven't done on Saturday in a while, man. So we'll see what's going on, how many people show up. Want to go through the fights this weekend. Definitely going to call fights this evening. We got 14 people in the building. We slowly getting in here. Shout out to everybody in the building. Ah, man. Should have left it up a little bit longer, man. Sorry about that. What's going on, Lee Jackson? How you feeling, brother? What's going on, man? LeVar Akins. Now I'm good. Now life's good because they got 21 people in the building, and we got my guy LeVar Akins, man. What's going on, LeVar? Man, I want to talk to you guys about this little slickster move, man, that the PBC, or should I say, I won't call it a slick move because I don't know if they did it intentionally or not. However, if they did it intentionally, Ox Steel, my man. If they did it, Roach finna lose. Hey, man, we'll get into it, man. I want to get you guys predictions, man. I'll put links into the chat today. See if you guys want to get on here and tell me who you want to win, who y'all think is going to go on. We can go through the fight card and all that good old stuff, man. Anything else y'all want to talk about, too. What's up, Jermel? I never saw this. Jermel, what up, man? Said Roach. Jamel said, said Roach finna lose. Hey, man, he's going to get pressured. The thing that I saw is that they don't look very different in size, man. Like, check it out. They don't look they look very close in size, man. Very close in size, man. They're some little dudes. Yeah, it's very size, man. It's very close. See? They're very close in size and height. Lamont Roach looks like he's the bigger guy, but man, that's right. He is right there for Pitbull. He's not rooting for Roach and Fulton. Marcus, that's who you're rooting for? I'm reaching for Alalshikh, bro. I'm rooting for Roach. Hey, man, look. Guess what, though? We'll wait for Cass to come on, man, but guess what, bro? Dude, this fight, the Alalshikh Foster fight with Steve Fulton Jr., is basically going to be for Shakur Stevenson's belt. Basically, they're fighting for Shakur Stevenson's belt because Shakur moved up to 140 and is fighting for the WBO title at 140. Bro, by becoming the WBC interim titleist, the winner of that fight is going to be right in line to be named the WBC champion, which is a fight can be made for Gervonta Davis for unification. I'm telling you, man, it's right there. It's right there. How you move up in weight and still overweight by being I don't know what I can say, man. He wanted to make sure he had an opportunity to fight for the 135-pound title. That's what I think. I think he got a chance to fight for the 135-pound title. And Dan Rafe, what's that guy's name? Mike Coppinger is so mad about it. Mike Coppinger must think he's like the wizard of matchups and stuff. I'm telling you, man, these guys rely on these journalists to make fights, to stand in the way of fights, to try to negotiate people's money for them all out in the public. Mike Coppinger was real mad. What's up, Alex Smith? Shout out to you, Alex Smith. Man, let me put these, where to say? Yeah. Shout out, Alex Smith. How you feeling, brother? Hope you're well. We're going to wait till once we get about 200 people in the building. Then I'll go ahead and slap it up on, put the link on here and let you get these predictions. The first fight I'm talking about is I want to see Frank Martin and Ramses Bartholomew. That's what's up, man. I am amped up about that fight. that is going to be undercover one of the best fights of the card, because we're going to see what Frank Martin has learned in the year that he's been off from that big payday that he got against Gervonta Davis, which is over a year ago now, I'm pretty sure. Get to see him. Ramses Bartholomew is always a wonderful story. Always good to see him be able to fight. Marcus DeVille said, def rooting for Frank. I'm rooting for Frank in that as well. But Ramses Bartholomew is a tough out, bro. Ramses Bartholomew is a tough out. He's not just going to get that. You say, yeah, it feels like that fight was forever ago. Yeah, man. These guys make those paydays and they act like people that get big paydays. They let their brains rest for a while, man. That's how you know these guys are actually getting paid this money versus some of this kind of make-believe that we hear on a regular basis. Pitbull is going to diddle what? We don't do the diddling thing, bro. We're going to remove that comment because, we don't want to ban you, but because we haven't seen you act a fool yet, but we're not out here talking about men diddling each other, man. Let's just be real, okay? That's not finna happen, man. Bruce Gas in the building. What up, Bruce Gas? My bad, gang. Yeah. We don't. We ain't talking about men. We don't do the diddling thing out here, man. On the for real, I already get enough craziness on that front. Urban Legends RC in the building. What's going on? Said good morning, Martin, in the chat. Let's cook. Yeah, man. So I'm going to see how many fights that I actually get right this time, because King has not been around in a while to annoy the shit out of me about getting a fight prediction wrong. So I think I'm going to go back into the fight prediction business and act like it's okay if I'm wrong every once in a while, so I don't have to get assaulted by a bunch of dumbasses anytime a fight doesn't go the way that I think it's going to go. So I think I'm going to go with my guy Pitbull in this fight with Lamont Roach. I think I'm going with Pitbull in this fight. I think I'm going with Pitbull. The pressure style, and Lamont Roach is going to have to fight he's going to have to fight that entire fight, and I don't see him being on the back foot, jabbing and keeping Pitbull Cruz at distance. I think that they're already too close. You're going to see a lot of nice counter punches by Lamont Roach. He's going to do a lot of blocking and parrying on the inside, landing shots, but I just think the pressure and the Mexican crowd is going to get the best of Lamont, and I think that we're going to get Pitbull Cruz as the winner of that fight. That's what I got. Frank is Errol training with Buddy? Is Frank still signed to Errol? Yeah. Well, I'll put it this way. Errol's still promoting Frank on his Instagram. He's at the fight. Yeah, I think he is still. I think that still is his promoter. Yeah. I saw that Errol Spence Jr. is going to be at the event for sure. He's already at the event. He's already in San Antonio. And that's probably why he's fighting in Texas anyway, because of Errol Spence Jr., which makes a lot of sense, man. I'm glad that they got this. I should go drive down the street and go to that fight card, man. I really should. And on the money said, I question Lamont's stopping power to keep Pitbull off of him. Yeah, exactly. And Pitbull has got a great chin, and Pitbull is definitely going to sit, but he's going to have a lot of opportunities to land a lot of shots on Pitbull. If he can keep his punches straight down the middle, I think he can. But again, man, he's going to have to be very, very, very quick on the inside, man. His head movement is going to absolutely need to be top. First, I do not cover MMA. That's why it's called a boxing channel. I do not cover MMA. I don't really enjoy MMA. Only to the extent that I talk about MMA is to the extent that Zoof the Boxing gets involved with boxing. But no, I'm not one. I said I'd definitely go to that fight. I mean, I really kind of wanted to, but man, the money's too funny, bro. I can't deal with it, man. I got too many people acting funny with my money. So I got to keep my money as tight as I can. And I am gonna buy the pay-per-view for sure, Oxsteel. I'm gonna buy the pay-per-view for sure. Bro, I want to talk about this Al Haymon move, this nigga. That shit is so brilliant. I think what if it doesn't even matter if Steve Fulton, the way that they reacted to Steve Fulton Jr. missing weight and letting the fight go on, but just moving it up to another weight class for an interim title, I think that shit is beautiful because it allows for O'Shaquie Foster to continue to keep his payday. He doesn't get punished by it. I don't think after 2 pounds that you can lose the weight. So it makes sure he doesn't lose the money. What's up, Bull City, New Orleans, North Carolina house, man. Shout out, man. He said, damn, yeah, I looked. Big Fish is in the building. Yep. You looked on IG. Yeah, he's there. Yeah, I follow him on IG. I follow him on IG, man. Man, gotta wait for the normal characters to show up, man. 10 minutes in. So who do you guys have in? I should put up a poll. Let me put up a poll. I'm gonna put up a poll. Do I gotta put up a poll on both? Damn it. This 2 streams is funny. Oh, dog, all we got is 2 likes? That's crazy. We got 100 people in the building, but we only got 2 likes. Yeah, it's a split stream. It's weird. But I don't even mind, bro. Trust me, it pays off. So I ain't going to worry on the likes. I think I can see the likes somewhere else. What's up, K? Say KOD said I'm listening and watching everything called boxing. What's going on, man? It's showing 13 likes here. Yeah, it's split between 2 streams. So I'm not going to worry about the likes, man. Hey, if y'all put color in the chat, that's great. I ain't going to worry about the likes, man, because I know y'all here. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I probably should loosen up my comments, though, now that we're a little bit further off that other topic. Fanon, what do you think about – Kokui said, Fanon, what do you think about Usyk versus Wilder? I just heard it may be in place. I love it. Kokui, I love it, man. I'm so thankful to Alexander Usyk for giving Deontay Wilder the opportunity to fight. Like, I'm really, really happy that Alexander Usyk gave him that shot, gives him an opportunity to get another big payday, man. You know, if all these guys, if they want to keep that fight, I mean, I love it, bro. I love it. That's all I can say, man. I think Alexander Usyk is a man for doing that. That is a big chance to take. Trust you me, he's not. Yeah, Deontay Wilder's lost 2 of his last 3 fights. But however, I'm telling you right now, Deontay Wilder is really, really amped up and he is really ready to go and he can get himself into the right mindset, bro. That is a big chance that Alexander Usyk is taking from fighting a guy with a punch that is that big. So I take my hat off to Alexander Usyk, man. He shows that he's a real champion by letting that man get a shot and letting that man eat. You know, they cut Deontay Wilder out of all the money. That's what Eddie Hearn did. Eddie Hearn is the one primarily that cut Deontay Wilder out of the chance for all that money because he wanted it all to be in his own UK in-house situation. So Alexander Usyk beat everybody that was in Matchroom's house. He beat everybody that was in Queensland, Queensberry, whatever it is, Queensland, whatever. Frank Warren, he beat all of Frank Warren's fighters. He beat all of Eddie Hearn's fighters, and now he's like, hey, man, let me get Deontay. So they're roughly the same age. I love it, man. I absolutely, positively love it, bro. If I'm Usyk, I beat Wilder. I'd retire Wilder, Fury, Joshua, top 3 of that era. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if he feels like retiring. I mean, he's getting towards the age where he could do that. Hopefully, Deontay Wilder wins the fight and they can run it back. That's what I want. I just want to see Deontay Wilder just touch. That straight right hand it's the kryptonite of a southpaw, man, is a straight right hand. I don't remember. Oh, and by the way, Deontay Wilder has fought very, very tough southpaws and Alexander Usyk and beat not Alexander Usyk and Luis Ortiz, who's a very, very good and skilled technical fighter, and is probably one of the best southpaws heavyweights that we've seen this century. You know, Gene Beckel said, "Fanon, what's up, man? I'm good, man. I can't complain. Just up this Saturday morning, wanted to talk some boxing with you guys or some life lessons, whatever you guys want to talk. I would appreciate if you guys could open up the questions, and I probably should open up these." Yeah, let me loose. Give me a second, real quick. I'm gonna loosen up these. I'll loosen up these comments. Yeah, I'll move it back. I don't need it as bad anymore. All right, I'll loosen that up. Oh yeah, Zhang's a southpaw. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Zhili, that shit didn't work for him with Zhili Zhang. You're right about that. Didn't work with Zhili Zhang. Oh, I definitely got a lot of lock. I got a block list. Oh yeah, man, I got a lot of blocks. Felton missed. Fulton missed weight, so they should be so that should be canceled. Janet Beck dirty, pop dirty, so replaced. No, that fight's not canceled. Fulton's not canceled. They moved it up in weight. The fight is now for the WBC interim welterweight title. The lightweight, I'm sorry, it's now for the lightweight interim title. So no, there's still a title on the line. Basically, the title on the line is Shakur Stevenson's lightweight title, Coach Chris. What's up, Brock Howard? Caught you live this morning. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, they both moved up, and they're fighting to take they're basically fighting to take Shakur Stevenson's title. Shakur wanted to handle the title to Keyshawn Davis, and the PBC said, "Nah, we'll take it. Yeah, no need to cancel." They took the interim away from that Frank Warren fighter. Hey, man, get up out of here. Terence Crawford declared war on the WBC. Terence Crawford declared war on the WBC. So now you know the WBC is not going to be fucking around with Turki Alalshikh. I'm telling you. The WBC is now, I'm telling you, the WBC is going to take the lead. And they're going to be fucking with the PBC. Get ready to see a whole lot of PBC fighters fighting for WBC titles. That's okay. All you fighters don't fight for the titles. The PBC is going to wind up picking up a lot of those titles and a lot of those championships, bro. It's a terrible chess move for Crawford. I don't know why he would just pay the money, man. It's not a chess move. It's a cheap move by him. It's just his ass being cheap and snotty, trying to negotiate and get more, always trying to get more out of a negotiation. And somebody said they're sick of it, bro. I'm not doing that shit with you, man. True Speaker says the Roach Cruz winner is also the WBC mandatory at 140. Who holds the WBC at 140? Isn't that the WBC champion is Gary Antoine Russell, right? So that's dope as shit. I mean, if Cruz and Gary Antoine Russell or Lamont Roach and Gary Antoine Russell, man, I love that. Let's get these fights going. Bro, Team Tapia Burwak style. What is that? Team Tapia Burq style? I'm not sure what that is. Sabril Matias. Okay, for Sabril Matias. Sabril Matias, the WBC. Who's the WBA? Okay, the WBA is Gary Antoine. Okay. That makes sense. Rampage said Russell has the WBC. No, Russell has the WBA. He has the WBA hold on. Yeah, Russell has the WBC, right? Russell has the WBC because Subriel Matias got the WBA. Let's see. Gary Antoine is the WBA. Subriel Matias is the WBC. And Usyk Cruz is the interim WBC. Yeah. So they're fighting for the interim. If Subriel Matias had been stripped, then Usyk Cruz would have been the WBC champion. But he didn't get it. She didn't get stripped. Thank the WBC is Matias. Thank you, man. I just wanted to verify that I was right. That I just wanted to verify for sure what it was. You know, so they're fighting for the WBC interim. They're fighting for the WBC interim right now. Okay, that's cool. Yep, interim. Okay, he won the WBC from Puello, and yeah, because Puello won that when they were when he won it when he beat Gary Antoine Russell. Thank you, man. Ja Money Star said Russell's the WBA, Matias is the WBC. Thank you for the update, man. Thank you. Greatly appreciate that, bro. Yeah. Anyway, it goes, man. These are some really good matchups. So since Terence Crawford told the WBC to fuck off, and you know that Turki, Alalshikh, and these guys want to get rid of the sanctioned bodies, the WBC would be very smart to partner with the PBC and get a lot of PBC fighters fighting for their belts. Because that is going to assist in making these guys bigger name fighters and having more championships over there on Amazon Prime. Gotta love it. Thank you, Terence Crawford. Appreciate you for letting people know that you are not a trustworthy person. like, man, Terence Crawford said that he did not know how much they were going to charge him. He didn't agree to it. Like, really, like the WBC didn't tell you how much money they were going to charge you for the fight, but they didn't tell you that. They didn't tell you the fee, even though you know full well you've paid that fee multiple times on. You didn't pay 3%. Did you pay 3% of the Errol Spence fight? That's why I know Terence ain't. That's why I don't believe Terence Crawford. Crawford now can't fight for undisputed in the 4th weight class. I mean, he's not going to do that anyway, is he, Rocco? I don't think so. I think Terence Crawford is undisputed it out. Bad business, bud. That's just like I have a hard time believing he did not know how much they were charging him before he fought. You know he wasn't charging nothing. Bud just mad he can't sell 200 pay-per-views, 200,000 pay-per-views on his own. He might be able to now. They spent about $1 billion promoting Bud. So if all this money they spent on promoting Bud should be able to pull a profit. You think Bud should be able to make a profit in a fight by now? Like that man is probably the only fighter to make that much money and is anywhere near that much money in his career and never have a fight make a profit. That is the most exploitative ass negotiating ass dude, bro. Yeah, Bud. I don't think Bud. Hey, man, I don't know if Bud is. Oh no, Bud made a fight that made a profit. The Errol Spence Jr. fight made a profit. The Errol Spence Jr. one made one. But Errol had to give up a lot of money to him to get the fight. Does make a profit? What are you saying? What he does make a profit? What are you making? No, dude. The fight has to make a profit. What do you mean? The fight has to make a profit. The fight has to make a profit. He was involved in one fight that I know of that made a profit. The Errol Spence Jr. fight. But that's because Errol Spence Jr.'s fights are all profitable. Turqua or what up, JD? Bro, I don't answer MMA questions, bro. I don't know anything about that. I'm going to delete that comment, bro, because I don't do MMA. All right. Thank you for your question. I don't do MMA. I have no idea who the guy is, what he fights. If the guy could walk right by me, I wouldn't know who he was. So, nah, I can't answer that question. The question to that is I have no idea. You know what I mean? I have no idea. But that's one fight. That's not Terence Crawford that made a fight fucking profitable. That's Errol fight. That's Errol being profitable, bro. I'm saying Terence Crawford has never headlined a card that has ever been profitable that I know of. But he better save all that money. Bet he won't get another big money opportunity after what he did not paying his fees. No, he'll get another big money opportunity by Turki Alalshikh, who's paying him not to pay sanctioning fees. I don't know if that's true or not, so don't quote me on that. Welcoming Warner Brothers to Netflix. We recently announced that Netflix will acquire Warner Brothers. I don't agree because Bud said he would have paid them, but it sounds like they wanted more than what they agreed on. No, it doesn't sound like more than he agreed on. It sounds like less than what he offered. He offered them a certain amount of money for the fee, and they said no. Pay me the amount that we agreed on. He did the other, from what I understand. He did the same. He, being Terence Crawford, did the same thing to the other sanctioning bodies, but they took the money. The WBC said, no, I don't want any. No, we're not going to do that. No, we're not in the business. If you don't want to pay the fee, we're stripping you. Goodbye. Not going to get, no, keep your money. Keep your 200. Keep your 250 or whatever amount you penny pinched me on. No. Rocco McBride said Mauricio said he was very precise in telling Bud the fee. Of course he has to be, because he's telling him how much the money is. And Bud didn't have any leverage at the time to say no, because Bud needed the fight. So Bud waited until after Bud had leverage to try to negotiate it down. I think that's a pretty obvious series of events. At least that's what it looks like to me. Mauricio Suleiman told him what the fee was ahead of time, and Terence Crawford didn't have anything to say about it because Terence Crawford was not the A side in the event. He could not, and if he didn't want to pay the fee, what was he going to do? Not fight? So Bud didn't say anything about it up front. Bud waited until he won, and then he tried to negotiate down. And he got the other sanctioning bodies to negotiate down, and the WBC said no. Devin, Ryan, and Tito all had WBC 135 titles at the same time, and 3% is triple dipping. No, it's not. It's 3 different belts. Why is that triple dipping? If Devin wants to fight for the interim title, Tio wants to fight for the interim title, and Tio fights for it, and Devin all want to fight for titles, that's not triple dipping because they're all 3 different fight cards. It's not triple dipping because it's 3 different fights. Last time I checked, Devin and Ryan, they paid the sanction. First of all, Ryan only had a 135-pound belt at 135. They had an interim, and Devin was what? The world, and Tio was those are 3 different fights. Those are 3 different belts. Once again, if you didn't want to fight for the belt, don't fight for the belt. But they all call themselves champion and want the belt. They're not the first fight. They're not the first fighters to have had secondary belts. No, that's like saying that the WBA double dipping because Gervonta pays a fee and Devin Haney paid a fee when Devin Haney was the WBA super. That's not double dipping because it's 2 different entire events. The sanctioning fees are paid off the events, off the fights. So Devin fought in a separate fight than Ryan did, and Ryan fought in a different one than Tio did. They all wanted to call themselves champions, so they all paid for it. Yeah, there's too many belts, but that's an old-ass conversation of whether there's too many belts. It doesn't matter. They wanted the belts. The reason that there are the belts is because these guys wanted to fight for the belts. So they got to pay for the belts. I I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, if you don't want to pay, I don't have to pay sanctioning fees for the belts because I'm not fighting for their titles. If you don't want to pay the sanctioning fees, do like Tank did. Tank's not paying the WBO, IBF, and the WBC any money because he's the WBA champion and he's cool with it. These guys wanted to do all the unifications. If you want to unify and you want to say that undisputed is what people should go for, then you got to pay the fees. You can't say, oh, we want an undisputed champion, but then turn around and say, we don't want to pay the sanctioning bodies because we want to hire a magazine to name the champion. I mean, because what's the alternative? Ring Magazine names a champion? Ring Magazine doesn't put any fucking fights on at all. Ring Magazine should not be able to name a champion without being responsible for any type of ranking system that they actually, all they're doing is fucking piggybacking on what the WBC is doing. WBA, IBF, and WBO are doing, ranking their fighters and taking credit for naming a champion. They don't have any ranking systems. They don't have any type of feeder program that gets fighters recognized as champions. No, the Ring Magazine waits around until the WBA, the WBC, the IBF, and the WBO do all the work. And after they do all the work, then they want to say, hey, you don't got to pay these guys fees anymore because you're ranked by us. They're trying to make the WBC and these guys, and get the fuck out of here, man. They're trying to make the WBC, they unofficially make the WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO the feeder system for their magazine. Hell no, that shit is bozo. They don't put on fights. They don't pay anybody. And on top of it, all of those guys that are voting for it are fucking paid trolls. You got Mike Coppinger with a vote as to who the champion is. Mike Coppinger. Steve Kim gets a vote to tell us who the champion is. Fuck out of here. Before you know it, Blue Blood Sports TV is going to have a vote on who the champion is. Claymore Rain is going to have a vote on who the champion is. That shit doesn't make any fucking sense for me to have a vote on who the champion is. I can become a journalist, begin a job by these promoters, and then all of a sudden I get to be the one that names who the champion is because me and my friends vote on it. That shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. I mean, it's the solution that they're putting forward is ridiculous. They're saying take it out of the judges' hands, take it out of the commission's hands, and give it to a bunch of boxing writers. We want the boxing writers to announce who our champion is because we don't have to pay the boxing writers any money for them to tell us who their champion is. That's what you guys want. Terence Crawford wants Dan Rayfield, Steve Kim, Mike Coppinger, Jake Donovan, Keith Idek, and guys like Dan Canobio, and guys like that. Sean Vitale, no disrespect to Sean Vitale. They want all these guys to be the ones that get to decide to tell us who the champion is. And these guys all rely on the promoters that give these dudes access for them to even be able to vote on who the champion is. It's a fucking ridiculous fucking setup, bro. Votes should come from those in the hall. Fuck no. It should not come from the W. This shit is a stupid solution. Look, man, just because there's a problem doesn't mean that we need to try every stupid solution that people can think of. Absolutely should not have anything to do with the boxing writers, the Hall of Fame, none of it, bro. That's just the way the system that you had originally was the best system because it's the one that's been around for 200 years. Well, you don't need to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You just need to get rid of the petty crooks and criminals. And most of them are in the Boxing Writers Association. Those guys are the ones in the ring. You don't have to continue to write new rules because the people that make the rules are the ones that are cheating you. So it's like the people that gave us the system that we have now are the ones that we want to rely on to fix the system. That makes no sense. The reason that the WBO, think about it this way. The reason that the WBO is a sanctioning body at all is because Bob Arum and the boxing writers legitimized the WBO. If it wasn't for the boxing writers, the WBO would have never been legitimized to begin with. Nobody would have been talking about a WBO. Because why? Because we remember we were in a 3-belt era and we went from the 3-belt era to the 4-belt era. That's because of the Boxing Writers Association of America. They were the ones that pushed everybody to recognize the WBO as a major sanctioning body in order for Oscar De La Hoya to be fighting for undisputed against Bernard Hopkins. Right? It was the boxing writers that said that the IBF was a major sanctioning body. It was the boxing writers that did that. So you have the boxing writers that were behind doubling the amount of sanctioning bodies to begin with. They were the ones that introduced it. So now they're introducing something else and we're supposed to listen. So they like, oh, fuck a sanctioning body. We'll tell you who the champion is. They went from telling us who the sanctioning body is and whose champions are legitimate or not to saying, fuck the system that we created because they created it. Trust me, you don't even have to trust me. Just look at the history of it. They created it. There was only one, the WBA. Then there was the WBC. Then they want to strip Muhammad Ali. Then they want to bring in some other tertiary belt, the New York State Athletic Commission belt, something like that. Then they went back to the WBA and the WBC. And then they went to the WBC, the WBA, and the IBF. And then they added the WBO. Look, I'm not sitting here telling anybody that the operations of any sanctioning body is the best thing that we can do. I'm not saying that. What I'm telling you is that it is ludicrous for us to recognize the only champion that you really recognize is who the Boxing Writers Association of America tells you who's champion. And guess who's going to tell them who to vote? Guess who's going to tell them who to vote for? The most powerful promoter of the time is going to dictate to the boxing writers who they should tell us the champion is. Come on, man. It's so ridiculous, bro. I went through this with Dan Rayfield years ago. Roasted him on that. You guys don't get to tell people who the champion is. And that's just the end of the road, bro. It's just the end of the road. He said, yeah, the WBA stripped Ali twice. Didn't like that he rocked with the nation. Hey, man. Stripped him at least one time. The WBC, they both stripped him. He said, hey, they are the Richard Pryor on the Wiz, changing the colors of eyes. I'm telling you, bro. These guys are just running a con, man. It's just a con, bro. I promise you. Just a con. Trying to get people to seriously, man. You want Dan Rayfield to be the one? The only reason Terence Crawford wants the Ring magazine to be the only championship that matters is because they're paying his ass to say it. He's a paid actor. Now he's a fucking paid actor. A guy that was brought up through the system, given all kind of chances and getting ranked, never even fighting in a weight class before and immediately getting ranked at the top of that weight class by being the WBO super champion multiple times. He didn't have to fight 2, 3, 4 fights to get to any of those championships that he got. But yet, hey, that system is now flawed because why? Because he worked himself above that system and fuck everybody behind him. Troy said, yeah, they stripped him twice, but everybody knew Muhammad Ali was the lineal champion. Traditionally, he had the real belt before being stripped. I mean, look, if you don't lose it in the ring, then you're still the champion at the time you're there. I don't have a lot of, I'm not really that big on all the lineal champion stuff. I used to believe that. I used to believe it, but honestly, man, there really is no lineal champion. And honestly, there's really not much of a use for a lineal champion other than for the Boxing Writers Association of America to try to dismiss somebody as being a champion or to allow them to use it as a tool to promote somebody that they want to have people to think of as a champion. Now, I know that promotion is the part of every boxer's career, and it is a valuable part of every boxer's career. But that doesn't mean I got to play stupid. You know what I mean? And act like I don't understand what's going on, that I don't see what's going on, you know? So who do you guys got in the band? I think that's it, man. I'm going to see anybody want to chop it up. I'll put a link in the chat if y'all want to chop it up. If you don't want to chop it up, I know that this is not the usual day that I'm on, but I definitely wanted to get out there and get my predictions. I think I'm going with Pitbull, man. I think I'm going with Pitbull in this fight, man. I think I'm going with Pitbull. Politics and pressure is why I'm going with Pitbull. The size difference between these guys it's not big enough that where I think Pitbull is not going to be able to run up on him. You know what I mean? Pitbull is a lot of trouble. Pitbull's in trouble with a lot of longer, taller fighters that can really keep him off of him. Lamont's going to definitely have to use some exceptional skill, you know? Your boy Cool Boy miss weight is nasty work. Nah, I mean, well, I'll take it, though. Hey, man, somebody supported the chat, bro. Thank you, bro. Andre Dean with the $10 holler, bro. Thank you, man. I didn't work for nothing today. Thank you, bro. Andre Dean. And that's a new supporter, bro. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, man. I really, really do. Can't tell you how much. Yeah, I just got him on the power and the pressure. On the power and the pressure is where I have him. And then Cool Boy Steph, I got my guy. What's going on? What's going on, 2 Cent? LeVar, hey, everybody put their prediction in the chat, man. Said I got Pitbull, Martin, and Cool Boy Steph. I think I got Pitbull. You got Martin over Bartholomew and Cool Boy Steph. Who's the other one? Oh, Lara. I got man, Lara and Janabek was going to be something serious, bro. He said I got Pitbull, but I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going to ride with Pitbull on this one. I think I got Pitbull, man. I gotta be a good. It's going to be a good one. Got Roach. Yeah, there's no way it's not going to be a good one, man. He had to change. He had a chance to make history for Philly and become a 3-division champ. He does now. He still does have a chance to be a chance to be a 3-division champ. He does, because he's fighting for a championship that is basically going to be the fight to replace Shakur as the WBC 135-pound champion. My guy got Pitbull, Oshaki, and Lara. A whole lot of people are picking against Lamont Roach. Hey, what up, man? I saw that. Mister, I saw it. I sent you a link on Republican Brian Jack touts about trying to reshape boxing. What's your thoughts? I didn't listen to it. I think that it is some bullshit. And basically what they're trying to do is they're just trying to carve out a niche for the TKO. I'm not really worried too much, Dapper Douglas, about the Muhammad Ali Revival Act or Enhancement Act or whatever they call it. I'm not really worried about it because ultimately, man, it's just a way for Dana White and those guys to carve out and be able to have a boxing program. You know, that's it. I don't think that I think that it is something that if the PBC can take advantage of it, I think it is something that could be turned into something that's good. But I don't, you know, the UFC is it's a bloodbath over there, man. You know? So I don't know really what I think about it too much. I know that they care more about business. They care more about the business interests related to boxing than they care about the fighters themselves. So if they believe that they can revitalize the economy of boxing by making sure that the fighters don't make any money and they invest most of the profit for the fights itself into an infrastructure that limits the ability for fighters to earn money in exchange for some promises that they're making that probably won't be kept. That's what I think. I think it's like Jack and the Beanstalk. Like Brian Jack, just call him Brian Jack as in Jack and the Beanstalk, where he's trying to feed some people some magic beans that he says is going to take people to heaven. But eventually, man, it's just going to crash down because they're trying to get their hands on the golden egg. And the golden egg, the goose that keeps on giving, is the fighters. You can keep bringing fighters in, they force them to fight as many times. All of their profits is going to the upper level people that are really taking the risks. Hey, man, thank you, bro. I got some cologne samples your way after I review them. Bro, I didn't forget you. Thank you, bro. Happy holidays to you and your family. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Dapper Douglas. Yeah, I know. I can't wait till PBC boxing gets popping again, so a lot of my subscribers and a lot of my followers can come back and we can order force. Yeah, what do you mean force? Force what? T. Orlando, you got to speak in full sentences, dog. If you don't write that down in a full sentence, I won't know. Pitbull about to pull off an upset. Pitbull is not a Pitbull is what? Pitbull is about to pull off an upset. That's not an upset. Pitbull is probably favored in that fight. Usyk, Cruz versus Lamont Roach's odds. Lamont Roach is a favorite. Cruz is the underdog. All right, I'm making some money on Cruz, bro. You say, you know I'm a functional illiterate, hell. Ain't we all? Levi Rock said, you had me rolling when you said Blue Blood looks like Hungry Hippo. You're right, he does. He look like Hungry Hippo. Man, them dudes, you try to make fun of me all the time, bro. Soon as I crack a joke on these niggas, they get sensitive as they can be. Pitbull is, I'm taking Pitbull. I'm taking Pitbull in this, man. I'm taking Pitbull. Styles make fight, and Lamont Roach is going to be in a fight with Pitbull. I'm probably wrong, though. I ain't confident in my pick at all. Michael McBride said I got Roach, Cool Boy, and Martin. I might change my pick now that Rocco McBride got Roach. Roach, Cool Boy, Steph, and Martin. Who you got? Oh, you got Lara over Johan? No WBA. What do you mean? What's no WBA? Pitbull is the underdog. Okay. That doesn't seem like Pitbull should be the underdog. But we'll see. He's gonna be the crowd favorite. You know, he definitely gonna be the crowd favorite though, for what it's worth. Man. So I'm gonna stay. So 50-50 can't pick, fair enough. Let It Preach said, Dapper Douglas said Pitbull, Cool Boy, and Martin. My guy, Preach, let's talk about it. 50-50 can't pick. This one is going to give Roach a chance to display his durability. Fair enough. So we got people, Amigos. Hey, Amigos love Pitbull. Hell yeah, they do. Yeah, man. First of all, I fucks with all the people. I fuck with all the PBC fighters, honestly, man. I fucks with. Oh, and did y'all hear that your boy David Benavidez is back on a PBC card next fight? I guess these guys don't want to get paid in imaginary money. Also, I wonder why Terence Crawford wants to get a deduction on his sanctioning fees. Man, them dudes be anyway. From the eye test, seem like Pitbull one-dimensional. Feel like Roach will outskill him if he don't get caught up You don't get caught early. Yeah, but you would say the same thing about a lot of people that look like they're gonna outskill that little dude. That little dude got them hands, man. That little dude be throwing them hands, man. So I don't know, man. I may flip-flop. I might go with Roach. I'll know after round 3. I'll make my prediction after round 12. Yeah. You know what I mean? Something like that. Said Roach gonna be in for a long. He definitely gonna be in for a long night. He's definitely gonna have to fight, man. But if he's able to beat him, you know what I mean? Andre Dean said Terence Crawford is an asshole. Look, Terence Crawford is a pawn. Terence Crawford is a pawn. I'm not gonna get excited about it though. Hey man, thank you, bro, and thank you, Andre Dean, for that $10 holler, brother. And that's my guy. Dapper Douglas in the building, brother. Thank you, Dapper Douglas. And we got one more holla for the support. Thank you. And I do believe this is all tax deductible. I'm not tax deductible. I don't think I have to pay for these tips anymore out of my taxes. This is entertainment. Hey, y'all, I'm an entertainer. Boobity boobity boo. I am. I'm an entertainer. So these are all tips for my entertainment. Hey, man. Oh, there you go. Finish Work Brands for the $4 holler said, thank you, brother. Man, salute to you. Appreciate you so much, Dapper Douglas. The Finish Work Brand. Thank you, bro. Trump 2028, please no. I need Kamala. Kamala in 2028. Kamala in 2028, so she starts holding you Negroes responsible for your slander. Hey, say this is Jay Mills. What up, Jay Mills? It's been a while, Mr. Martin, and blessings. Here's a little sun color for those life be lifting and need a little life in their life. Thank you, bro. Let's go Pitbull, because Roach celebrating draws. Hell yeah. Hey, man. What did I say? I said some shit about Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach won a draw. Hey, say flipping quarters for infotainment. Hey, man, flip them quarters, bro. You know more about boxing than show. I don't know, bro. I don't know if I know more about boxing than that guy or not. I don't know. He's an entertainer, bro. I'm not I have to become an entertainer so that these can all be tips. I swear, man, I'm taking this shit all. Hey, I'm taking this shit all off on my taxes next year. Hell no. Put that shit in the super chat for me, man, so I can say, these are all tips. Pinball, but what he said, plus 550, Pitbull by TKO. Let's get him, Pitbull. I really want him to. I want Pitbull to win. Great card, way better than that Turkey bullshit. Yeah, and without all the extra promotion too. Without all the extra promotion, all the extra horse shit, all the extra promotion, all the extra horse shit. We don't have to worry about all the extra horse shit is what I'm happy about. Preach, let's talk about it. Said, put it in stock. What is the put what in stock? Put what in stock? Troy said, Pitbull definitely a live underdog. Yeah. Pitbull's out. I'm just so happy that they're going to get a championship out of this. I'm happy that the PBC fight cards are back, man. I enjoy the PBC's atmosphere, man. Why you won't Pitbull? Why you won't Bull to win? Why do I want Pitbull to win? Why do I want Pitbull to win? So nobody can call me biased because I wanted a Mexican to win. One of the attack lines of the media against people like me is they jump around and they say, you're so biased, you're so biased, you're so biased. So every once in a while, I got to get me a token Mexican that I like. So the token Mexicans that I rock with are Pitbull Cruz, David Benavidez, all the Cubans. That's my Latinos. Eddie said exactly what you're saying, Martin. He said Turkey trying to end the sanctioning bodies. Yeah, bro, that's like, bro, Turkey, can you just go away? Can you not be a prick, bro? Please. Like, you just want to control everything because you're a fucking prick, man. Like, I can't wait till you're not around, dog. You're losing your money. We know, Turkey, you're losing your money, bro. You're spending all this money trying to suffocate the market, man. Just go away, bro. Like, please, just do everybody a favor and just go the fuck away. I hate DAZN with all my heart. I'm not paying for DAZN next year. I'm going to watch the fights on. Damn, I wish he would go. Just go away, bro. Only because I know you're a prick that just likes to do prick-like shit every once in a while, just to demonstrate your power and that you can just do some prick shit. Like, you can just pay to disrupt some fights just so you can prove that you can disrupt some fights. You know? Like, I don't want to do DAZN next year, man. 2026, that's it. 2025 was the last time you're getting any of my money. All my money is going towards the PBC. So I hope that the PBC can put on a ton of cards. It looks like they got a lot of cards coming up. Looks like they got, because they're talking about the Caleb Plant card. They got a Caleb Plant card with Jermell Charlo. You got to, hopefully we can see a lot of that stuff, man. I don't think Pitbull is trash. I think Pitbull is a very good fighter. But he's a very good fighter, very fun to watch fighter. I enjoyed his. Who did he get up? He mauled Rolly Romero. Pitbull beat the brakes off of Rolly. So we'll see. Yeah. Thanks for being so encouraging, man. Oh, said Benavidez and Zerto on the picture with Amazon. Yep. Bryanson said Roach by decision. This is the most likely outcome, I know. That's the most likely outcome, is Roach by decision. That's the most likely outcome. But Pitbull can fight. Please don't tell me that you don't think Pitbull can fight. But it is what it is, man. You know, it is what it is. I'm going to see if anybody want to jump on here, chop it up about any feelings. Hey, man, what up, Jay Barge? Jay LaBargue said, if Roach loses or gets KO, will Tank rematch be necessary or as big? I think if Roach loses, the Pitbull Cruz and Gervonta Davis fight gets bigger. That's what I think. And I think that if Pitbull loses, and it's just interesting, man. I don't know how that's going to play out, because I see Gervonta getting a fight with O'Shaquie Foster next. Fanon, what are your thoughts on Ryan getting a title shot after losing to Rolly? That's boxing for you. I don't think that will be any different. I think that that's just boxing. That's what happens. It's just boxing. It happens. You know what I mean? That's what they do. The fight. And by the way, they got to make some extra money because Terence Crawford ripped them off for $300,000. So they got to make that money back somewhere, because Terence Crawford refused to pay his money. So since he didn't pay his money, they gotta get a couple extra title fights to pay for the money that, you know, their expenses associated with the fight that they put on, that they sanctioned, where Terence Crawford refused to pay the money. So they got to give him some more titles. Maybe if Terence would have paid the belt, they wouldn't have done it, because they wouldn't have to earn the money. You got to get your money somewhere after people do you dirty, don't you? You know what I mean? That's what I think. Bud Crawford is the face of Turkey, man. Bud, that's a bad face to take. Turkey's going to try to force Bud Crawford to fight Haymon Shiraz, bro. He's going to try to force that. I'm telling you, man, Turkey wants a boy toy as a champion. And it's going to be Haymon Shiraz. You can see it in his eyes, man. He has eyes just, oh, please win the fight. Please win the fight. 2 rounds. You know, Bud Crawford did not take a stand. He took a deal. Exactly. Oh, I didn't say. I know he didn't take no stand. He's just siding with the people. You know, it's us against the world, bro. It's us against the world. If you're against me, then I'm against you. Hamas is going to win 12-0 if that fight happens. You know that. Oh, man. But that fight's not going to happen. I wonder if my son got this done. He probably didn't. He probably just went on straight for work for the shit that's going to paying good money. Hold on one second. Shiraz fighting for the WBC next. Yep. Yep. Shiraz is going to be fighting for the WBC championship net. I bet you Turki Alalshikh likes the WBC when Haymon Shiraz fights for it, though. I bet you they're going to love it when Haymon Shiraz fights for it, right? Then it's going to be a really, really good belt, you know? But look, man, I'm going to get up out of here a little bit earlier, man. A little early today. I just wanted to holler at y'all real quick this morning. Get the fight predictions, all of that, and all of that stuff out there. I'm going to go hit some golf balls and do all of that good old stuff, man. I think he's going to stop in Billy for that. Hell no, I got him Billy. I got him Billy by fixed fight. I got him Billy by fixed fight over Haymon Shiraz. Haymon Shiraz likes to fight. Christian and Billy's going to crack that dome. But he does have a long reach. He's going to try to – he's got a lot of physical advantages. He's one put his way. Haymon Shiraz is going to have every physical advantage he can, man. But look, let me get up out of here, man. Y'all have a wonderful day. And with that, I'm out. Deuces. I'll be back, man. Come on tonight when we watch the fight on the live stream tonight. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.